Sorry.
That's right. This is Mark Yates then. Mark, Bagasan Graham signed a one-year deal. Obviously he's earned it.
Yeah, I think so. You know, Neil and George spotted him at the end of the exit trials last season at Hartpury, and he's impressed us in pre-season. He's got something different. Just another good addition to the squad. We're getting there. It's good to have a couple of youngsters on board with a bit of potential.
And Harry Hooman set to sign as well. Yeah. I mean, centre half might not have looked an area where you needed to strengthen, but obviously you've been able to.
We've been patient with a lot of things, and we've sort of. Harry's been in from day one, and has really impressed us. Really impressed us. He's a 19-year-old kid, 6'3", mobile. He can edit. He's got all the attributes to be a good defender, and he's comfortable on the ball. And he's not necessarily one who's going to go and play 45 games this season, but we're going to work on him and let's just see what happens, because he's a good type. He's desperate for the opportunity to prove a couple of people wrong, and that's what we're after. I'm really delighted that we've got two young additions that potentially could be here for a few years.
And you've taken two of those first 5 trialists you had on right at the start of pre-season. That shows your scouting system's working.
Yeah, exactly. You know, George and Neil had seen them both. And they got to take a lot of credit for that. They got to take all the credit for that. You know, we've worked hard with them, of course we have. But if you're looking at people that have got a potential, then it's much better. And I'm delighted to have been able to offer 2 of them and get them sorted. Everything's taken a little bit of time, like I said it would. But I think that's 8 new signings, and I think now we can really start working. You know, the fitness levels are there now, the base is there, if you like, and we can really start getting some nitty-gritty football sorted out.
Duffy and Spencer in as well. Your squad virtually complete? Yep,
I think so. Just got to try and sort out where we're going with the keeper, and there should be. Well, I'll speak to Mike Green after Tuesday night's game against Walsall, and we'll see where we go.
With the timing of it, I suppose, you know, the goalkeeper, perhaps the one position where you don't need as much team play in there as you do with the outfielders. So are you happy to have got your outfielders in place at this time? I'm delighted now. You know, we can settle down now.
Still getting offered loads and loads of players. There's still plenty out there. And we just got to see what happens. But we're happy with what we got. We got 22, probably more than we've ever had for a little while. We've had for quite a while. But now we can, let's say, start nailing a few things down on the pitch. And sharpening the players up and ready for Gillingham and beyond.
And I suppose Walsall at home, a good game to start that with.
Cracking, yeah, they're a good side. Dean Smith's done a tremendous job there. He's a good friend of mine. He's pulled off a miracle keeping him up. He's made 1 or 2 excellent signings. I've been following their progress. They've had a good camp up in Scotland. They'll be fit, they'll be strong, they'll be well organised, and they've got good players, and it'll be a really good test for my group of lads. You know, they're looking forward to it.
And you talk about their camp up in Scotland, your camp in Wales. How much has that just sort of brought your squad closer together?
It was brilliant, and the fact that we managed to get Darryl and Jimmy there Thursday and Friday afternoons made it even better for me. You know, you could see the players in the squad already visibly lifted by the presence of a couple of strikers, and you know, everyone knew that we were going to try and tie up Bags and Harry within the squad, and that's been great and well received by the players. But I think the 2 new strikers has just given everyone a lift, and thought, we've got a decent squad here. We've got a young, competitive, hungry squad that needs plenty of work on, needs to sort a few things out in terms of what we're doing. But you know, this first 3 weeks has been about fitness work and hard work, and I've been really pleased with the effort that they've given me.
Thank you.
Mark, what's the Luke Summerfield situation at the moment?
He's just training with us at the minute. Like I said to you Saturday, we'll have a look at him. We'll just see where we go with him, and we're always looking at improving the squad. And if, like I said on Saturday, if that means 1 or 2 go out, then so be it, to bring in something better. But we're having a look at Luke. He's not fixed up at the moment, and it's, you know, we're looking at him and he's having a look at us, and we'll just see where we go.
Yeah. Is it a case of, you know, he's good enough, but you don't know whether you're going to have enough resources to get him in?
Yeah, absolutely. I haven't seen him for probably over a year now. I didn't see much at Plymouth last season, so I want to make sure. you know, I've invited Luke down last week. He joined us on Thursday night, and we're just be open with it. You know, I've told him that right at this moment in time, I probably can't do anything until something. We do a bit of wheeling and dealing. So he knows the score. He's happy to come down and keep himself fit and train, and hopefully, you know, prove his worth.
But when you sat down at the end of last season and worked out what you need to improve on this year, one of the big ones was getting a bigger squad, wasn't it? And the reserve team coming back in, which allows you to keep players sharp and players come back from injury.
That's the aim. You know, the one slight thing is people could say we haven't won a game in pre-season. Yeah, and yeah, you can level that aside. I don't have a problem with that. But I think there's been lots of improvement, lots of work going on beyond the season, and now we can start really working on that. You know, we've had one striker really. Ethan's been away for 3 weeks, and he's back in over there on his first day. It's good to see him back, but we've been working with one striker plus a couple of trialists. Now we've got a couple in. Now we've got, you know, we've had Bags and Harry all along. Hopefully the size of the squad and the competition from within the group can start paying dividends for us. You know, we can start looking at performances and relating them to results now, and yeah, we're still working on things. It's still pre-season, but now we can really start sorting out exactly what we are as a team.
Do you think Ethan might be able to play in any of the friendlies next week?
We've just been talking there as a staff. He's 3.5 weeks behind the boys. He needs a good 3 or 4 weeks with John Brough first, and we'll just see where we go on that. You know, he's well down, and he'll have a fitness program come the end of the day that he'll work to. He's over with John today. He'll be training this afternoon, and we've got to be careful with him. We want to give him as much. You know, he could just go straight into the football now, but that's not going to be good for him. He needs to do the base work that the lads have done, and if that means he has to work extra times, extra hard, then so be it. You know, he's got to get his fitness levels up before he can really start playing the football that we know he can do.